It was just one, mounted it in Lethbridge last year, and it was a series of history lectures, but set 300 years in the future. So the idea would be it's an immersive theater experience. You as an audience member would be like, I don't know, a reporter or a history student or someone who would attend that lecture, and you would hear not only what they think of us, their past, but what has happened in those 300 years, where we've gone, and sort of what it means to us as a species, and literally see history repeat itself, and you'd be able to ask questions and get answers in character from them. So it was, now, varying degrees of success. That was the interesting thing, seeing which audiences responded, which ones didn't. Like, the first night was amazingly receptive. Everybody asked their questions in character. The second night we got maybe 3 people, but it was interesting to see how people responded to that, and how many of them picked up the idea of history repeating itself and ran with it. For example, we got a question from a guy, an old guy. And he phrased his question as though he was talking about radical Islamic terrorism today, but he caught our theme of we'd flipped the religions, that one of them basically mellowed and the other one got very extremist for varying reasons. And he caught that and ran with it. So he phrased his question as though he was the Bill O'Reilly of the future kind of thing. And it was really fascinating to see that happen, because we hadn't planted him there. We hadn't cued him or anything. He just did it. So it was really cool. What's the next step for it? The next step is, it's 2 steps actually, because it was a social experiment to see if you could hold people's attention just by having speakers there if they were talking about interesting things. I'd like to expand that to a larger crowd to get a better sampling to see how people respond. The other next step is to expand it into a proper history book. Again, a fake reference book 300 years from now. That's the crux of what I'm working on now, and I don't know what will come of it. Maybe a book, maybe hopefully a master's thesis sometime, but that might be a little bit hopeful, so we'll see.